Hello guys and welcome back to another one. So on today's video we are going to talk about Margaery Tyrell, which in my opinion is one of the biggest flex commanders that you can have if you are uh, a medium spender, if you wanna say it that way, and of course you're not a max account. Those guys obviously have all the big bells and whistles of the commanders. But I think Marjorie is one of the commanders that you can flex on your friends and make them jealous. So Marjorie is one of the commanders of the game that has multiple uses in PvP and PvE content, and of course we're going to talk about everything here. Uh, Her kit is going to be a total stats kit, giving you total health and total attack 15% both on the gold quality, uh, which is like what tier 5 commanders have, but obviously in a higher number. But it's going to also give you a boost on your research speed uh, by a substantial amount, 25%, which is really good, especially if you're a newer account and you still have to do researches. But of course, with the addition of the tier 5 research and the new weapons that we have, the upgrade of the weapons in the refinement department on the Master's Tower, research speed is going to be useful there as well, since some of those researches are like 200 days in total. So research speed is good, of course, to have, but if you have everything done, it's not going to benefit you. In the guard skill, which is going to be the PV content, the rebel leaders, the uh, training grounds, wayward memories, wayward tree, and stuff like that, I think she's going to be one of the strongest commanders for defensive purposes. She's going to give you a huge shield for your troops with your main active skill, the Beloved Queen, which is going to give you a 3000 point of damage shield for all allies, which is actually really huge. And she's going to also increase your damage output of your commanders by increasing their might every 2 attacks. So all in all, a great commander there. I'm going to show you a clip, of course, from the training grounds here, so you can see her usefulness in there. But of course, every commander transforms when you are going to do the awakening. So on her awakening, the first level is going to be the increase in active army damage skill by 20%. Her second star is going to be the friendship increase by 1 star. Of course, the reduction of her active army skill. Her third star is going to give you the enhanced specialization as in every commander, which is going to boost your base stats by 60% and also increase your active armor skill up to 60%. And lastly, her 4-star ability, the Thorn of the Rose, which is going to be a weird active armor skill that I think she's the only commander right now that focuses to a specific gender of the troop types. So her basic troop formation is going to be the female synergy, going for Salma and Layla, and I think she's really useful there, and her spot obviously has to be with the girls, since her first ability is going to focus on killing the male commanders. So after casting her active army skill, there is a 50% chance to inflict disarmed status on one enemy lineup that has a male commander as its commander. The duration is going to be the number of enemy male commanders times 2 seconds. So if the enemy has 5 male commanders, it's going to be 10 seconds. 3 is going to be 6, and so on. The target lineup is going to be the lineup with the most troops. But usually now we got single troop type formations, so most likely is going to hit the one and only lineup that there is in the battlefield. So why I say her 4-star ability is of course paired for the female synergy is of course of the first like 5 words of a paragraph after casting active arm skills. So Layla is going to help you cast more, and Salma, for example, is going to help you cast those active skills faster. So of course the disarm status is a status that it doesn't let the enemy lineup do their damage with normal attacks. It won't work on weakness formations, so facing Jamie and his lineup with the healers is not going to help you there. They're going to be disarmed though, doesn't matter, the disarm is going to stay, but the effect of disarm is not going to work. So this is mostly focused to counter the bleed formation that many commanders use right now, and especially with rare new jewelry or weapon, I will see more and more people running the bleed formation. So other than that, recently on the archery contest we got her new weapon, and of course we're going to check her tavern stats as well right now. Of course, one thing I forgot to mention by going over her awakening is that the stats that she's going to give you in the end are really big. So all in all, she's going to give you 47.4 total health, 38.4 total attack, and 16% total defense, which is really good, comparable to a 2-star tier 5 commander, for example. So let's head to the tavern and check your stats there. Sadly, the story for Margaery in the tavern department is not that great. She's going to give you aptitudes, finance, and command. These are, I think, one of the least useful ones, of course, since combat rate and leadership are the most important ones. But of course, aptitude is going to help you in every day by getting the free speed ups. Finance is going to give the free gold, and command is going to give you some troops back every 3 hours, going for the highest tier of troops, excluding tier 5s. She's going to need jewelry, of course. That's another girl. Girls need jewels, guys, of course. So she's going to be a mediocre, in my opinion, commander in the tavern department, uh, and I will give her a pass since she's really good on everything else. So now let's move to her new weapon, and again it's not going to be a weapon, and check what the new weapon is going to give her. So of course, a commander like Margaery could not have anything else than a crown. So she's going to have the Rose Crown, which is going to be a total attack, jewelry or weapon, however you want to say it. It's going to boost your total attack stats and total health, and of course you're going to be able to reroll it for any troop type that you want for the base attributes. So you can go for base infantry attack, base cavalry attack, spearman or bowman, doesn't matter, you can choose, and you can go from there. So having this weapon is going to increase the inflicted lineups from 1 to 2, essentially giving her 100% damage boost or counter boost in that department, since she's not going to make more damage, but she's going to help you reduce the damage taken from the enemy with the disarm status. All in all, her kit is going to provide you with the disarm status that was only available in Cersei Lannister and her 4-star ability, making her Margaery more and more wanted by the medium spenders for their female lineup. Don't forget that the disarm status have many synergies in the game, including the needle from the area weapon, which is going to boost the damage output if the target is disarmed, or for example, it also synergizes with Annie and her 4-star skill with your weapon as well. So if the target is inflicted with disarmed, there is a 40% chance to cast the effect again. So disarm is going to be a chain in my mind that is going to connect all the commanders that are getting a boost on their damage from the disarm status. Since disarm status was only available in the past from Cersei Lannister, and since Cersei is one of the big tier 5 commanders and expensive one, having the disarm status on our hands in a much cheaper commander is going to be a great addition for any medium spender running the female formation. You can get your weapon from here from the archery contest. It's much better than the other commander weapon since she has her own tab, so you got, I think, a bit better chances to getting her weapon. All in all, Margaery is a great commander and should be in not all female lineups, but most female lineups. A little tip for Margaery, since she's one of the commanders that cost 200 black diamonds per pack. Every Thursday there is a great pack that is going to give you extraordinary chests, which brings down the cost of Margaery, I think, to 1/4 of the original value. So this pack is going to be really good, and if I find a picture about it, I will post it here. So let's move to the training grounds really quick and then conclude this video. Here I got you a small fight from the training grounds. As you're going to see, I use Margaery as a tank and in the front line, since her stats are really good in terms of defense, and now she activated her skill. You see every lineup, every commander in my formation doesn't take any damage for the next 6 seconds, since her active skill in the PvE department is going to help everyone. And as I said, every 3 attacks she's going to boost the might of your commanders, which is going to make your commanders use their skills even faster and faster, making the overall damage output of the match really good. On the end screen, as you're going to see here, she didn't kill the most amount of troops, she just killed 6% of the enemy troops, but her help with the shields and the damage output helped Theon deal even further damage to the enemies. So I think that's about everything, and I think this concludes the whole talk about Margaery. So to conclude, Margaery is a great commander in every aspect of the game, PvP, PvE. You should get her. She's a huge flex, I think, in my opinion, since not many people have her 4-star, and I think that you're going to make your friends jealous by having her 4-star. So thanks for watching, guys, another tiring 13-minute video about the commander. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire.